Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off at checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're first to know when new episodes are available. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Fitness and Fun in Bali with Hattie Kanyo. I am so stoked because, one, I think this is going to be the best audio we've had with Hattie since we started this show.
Check. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. Janet Jackson in the house. And two, I just got a notification that we're streaming live on Hattie Canyon's YouTube channel.
Yay, we figured it out.
We are streaming on your YouTube, Hattie Kanyo's YouTube, the Clydesdale Media YouTube. We're on Twitch, we're on Twitter, we're X, and we're on Facebook. We're on all the things.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere you want us to be, just like Visa.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I am so excited to get to hang out with you again this week. How are things in Bali?
So good. Yeah. Weather's been good. It's been super, super hot though. Like before rainy season, and it there's like this little time in between that it's just insanely hot. So, and it's muggy too, because you can just tell that the rain wants to come. It hasn't rained yet, but yeah, it's muggy as hell, but it's good.
So Kenneth says simulcast. We are
simulcast
multiplicity. We are all over the place.
Yeah. We're everywhere. We're going to take over the world.
Every time I hear that, did you ever watch Pinky and the Brain?
Wow, yes, but that's been a long time.
And Pinky would always ask the Brain, what are we going to do tonight? And he would say, the same thing we do every night, Pinky. We're going to take over the world. You know.
That is so good. Okay, we're Pinky and the Brain then.
Yeah.
The Brain.
So now that we're totally off the rails, one thing I was looking into this week, because I know that Bali is it's considered Asia, and I was wondering just how close you were to all the unrest going on over there. But it appears that you're really closer to Australia,
yeah,
than you are to that part of Asia. So it made me wonder, well, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
No, you can.
So it made me wonder, like how long of a trip is it from there to Australia?
It's not far at all, really. It kind of just depends where we go. We're closest to Perth, so I had one of the girls come over from for the retreat, and she's from Perth, and she said it was only, I think she said a 2-hour flight. But then obviously further you go, I think you could. Another person that I talked to that was from Australia, I can't remember where, but they had like a 7-hour flight. So it kind of just depends, obviously, where you're coming from, but it's still not too bad. Especially from Perth, that would be so nice. I was like, you should just come here all the time. Come hang out. I think she is going to come back in January, which is awesome. But yeah, we're not far.
And so is Bali south of the equator?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think so.
I didn't mean to
stop. South. Yeah, no, I should probably know this, but it sits below the equator in the southern hemisphere. Okay. So yes. Yes, it does. Or yes, it is. I think just barely.
But it's right, like almost on the equator. So like you don't have the flip of seasons because it's just always nice in Bali. It's not, you don't really get a winter or anything like we get in the States or in Canada and then in Australia. Like they have seasons.
Yeah,
and they're
pretty
just,
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even right now, like my weather says that it's raining, my little weather thing, but no, there's no rain. Like you guys, I don't know if you can see it's blue skies. There's a couple clouds over there, but yeah.
So so is your goal still to make the CrossFit Games next season?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And I was actually going to say, like, with the unrest, we are actually going to Egypt for a competition coming up here. But obviously, yeah, we're just going to. Jake's pretty chill about it. He's saying everything's cool. I'm, for the most part, chill. It just is pretty scary what's going on over there. And obviously, we're going to be in Egypt, which is, bordering what's going on. But I think we'll be fine. And plus, I feel like the competition would tell the competitors, like, hey, it's not safe to come over. So we'll see. We leave in a couple weeks. So
I was actually worried about you, and I don't even know if you know what's happened politically with the competition and CrossFit. Have you heard?
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I saw Outfit's post first, and then I didn't know what CrossFit had posted. And I went over there looking for it, and I couldn't find it. But then I went down a few posts and finally saw. Actually, I was on the CrossFit Games, and Jake was like, "No, it's on CrossFit." And so then that's when I went on there and read it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not very political, and I was also just talking to a friend the other day. Like, I don't know a ton about what's going on. Like, I was actually confused about kind of what was going on over there, so I've just been really immersing myself in it just so I can understand. And yeah, I still don't know where my views are 100%, but I don't know, it's tough.
So the audience knows, CrossFit made a post saying that they were backing Israel and the Jewish people in Gaza. And then Elfit said, we're saddened by the post and the blanket statement against Palestinians. And they said, because of this, we are disassociating ourselves with CrossFit. And this is a competition which Hattie is competing in a few weeks. And it's in Egypt, and it's called Elfit. So it's just funny. And I don't, this podcast isn't about this. So, but I just want to give you some reference. We are actually doing a Bible study where we're reading the Bible in a year. And the part of the Bible in the Old Testament that we're reading is about this unrest 2,000 plus years ago. It started way back in Moses and Joshua, and that's when it all started back then, and it is still going on today.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Insane. I know, and it's sad, and like, honestly, the only thing I guess I'll say is that I just don't think CrossFit needs to be, jumping the gun and posting stuff like that right away. And I think that people are just so quick to say things before they like figure out what's really going on and what their views are and stuff. And maybe that is what they believe, and that's fine. But I just think CrossFit is its one thing, and they're just trying to be too political as well. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. This one's tough for me because I do have beliefs, and again, this is I don't get very political on this show, any of my shows, but yeah, this one's a tough one for me because I have beliefs, and it's really sad what's going on over there for everyone. It's sad for everybody. But let's get back to some more fun. I just was worried about you in that competition and wanted to kind of talk about that. And not get into
politics. Next week too. Anything can happen in a week or 2 weeks. So I'm just trying to stay positive right now and just keep my head on a swivel and just, yeah, we'll see kind of what happens in the next couple of weeks. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you wanted to share with the audience more about the driving aspects of Bali. We have some videos. So I am going to pull one of those up. So I have two driving videos. One is a very bumpy ride, and it looks like rice fields on the side. And then
Yeah.
the other
So we
one
are
is
just coming home.
okay.
Yeah, we are just coming home from playing paddle, and this is like what they call the shortcut. So it's just a small little road, no cars allowed.
So it's only 7 seconds. Our mics will mute, but I'm going to go ahead and play that now. That is not the bumpy road. Never mind. So where I grew up, we call those bike trails.
Pretty much. But that's the roads here are just so small, and you'll see on the next video that you already posted. I mean, I made kind of like a joke about it. I said, "This is what you think is driving in Bali," and it shows like a nice road that we went down, and then what it's really like. But I mean, you can find nice driving anywhere. It's just where we live. It's so busy, and the roads are so tiny, and you've got cars coming this way, and then bikes every which way. Like bikes are trying to find little areas to drive in, and it can be insane, right? But then you can find beautiful spots like the one that you just saw on the shortcut, driving through beautiful rice fields. And yeah, it's just super wild.
So we'll play the one with the comparison, what you think it is and what it is. And that's this.
Just cars lined up. Yeah. I would not want to be in a car here.
So are there traffic rules, or is it pretty much just go when you want to go, ride at your own risk?
Pretty much. Yeah, like on the highway, it's insane. You're going 70 clicks and you're just weaving between cars, figuring it out, but everyone kind of just drives in unison in that way, and you just kind of follow. I mean, the person in front has the right of way, right? So if you're about to pass them, but that person in front of you is coming over, you just got to be cognizant of what the person in front of you is doing, and you kind of just figure it out. There really isn't rules. And same with the cars. Like obviously there's two lanes, and usually, in North America, we know to drive in those two lanes, right? But cars will drive in the middle and figure it out that way and go. I don't know. It's insane. So not many rules.
Is that why scooters are just much easier, because you can kind of weave in and out on two wheels much easier than four?
For sure. I mean, there's some ruthless car drivers, but they just know how to drive here. But when it gets busy, you're stacked up like that video. Cars are just lined up, and it probably takes you, I don't know, it just takes you a lot longer to get somewhere than on a scooter.
That's crazy. It's funny because like my daughter just moved to Pittsburgh, and we live in Columbus, Ohio. So it's still a relatively major city, but Pittsburgh's bigger. And she has learned that like just getting groceries is a chore now. and hates the traffic just getting to the grocery store. In a
Get
big
a scooter.
There you go. Except for Pittsburgh does not have the weather that Bali does.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I'm like, I wish back at home, it was nice so I could just have a scooter because you have to have a vehicle where I'm from. I mean, even a scooter would kind of suck because I live like in the prairies, so just to get to the city, it's like a 30-minute drive. So ripping on a scooter wouldn't be that enjoyable every single day, but yeah, in a city it would be all right if it was nice weather.
Yeah. So another thing you mentioned that you were coming back from paddle, and I looked at this video. I'll go ahead and show it to the audience. And I want to know, is it similar to pickleball?
Yeah, so I haven't really played pickleball, but yes, I think it's kind of in the middle of tennis and pickleball because I don't think pickleball you can hit on the ground, can you? Can it hit the ground? I can't
I've
remember, but it's like tennis where
never played.
you hit it over, it can hit once and then you obviously hit it back, but then there's also some glass on the walls and it can hit off the wall and then you can hit it once it hits the wall as well.
Okay, so
So,
I'll show the video.
yeah.
Is there glass behind you?
Yeah. So that's glass, and then there's glass on the side, but only to a certain point, and then there's fence. So there's like certain rules, like on the serve, if you hit it over, it bounces and then it hits the fence, then that's out. But if it hits the glass, then that's okay. But then as you get playing, it's okay to hit the fence. It's just on the serve. So there's like little rules like that. But yeah, it's kind of like tennis, but with being able to hit off of walls as well. It's
But the
super
paddle,
fun. I
the
go again
paddle.
tomorrow. Yeah, the paddle's smaller and thicker. It's like a foam type of paddle, so it's probably like about this big.
So that
Big.
is like pickleball.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because Jake's played pickleball and he says it's pretty similar. So, and then you play with a tennis ball though. I think pickleball you play with like a what are those balls called?
Like a
Yeah,
wiffle ball almost.
yeah, a wiffle ball. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
but it's
like a new fun hobby.
yeah. I've been loving it. My friend Liz here, she just loves sports so much. So she's constantly like, hey, let's go. We're going to go play pickleball, spike ball. We were actually on the beach the other day. I should have taken some videos for you guys. I will next time. But we went to this other place called Uluwatu, and it's more of like the beach town. We went to one of the gyms there, and then we had a nice beach day. We played some spike ball on the beach and went swimming. And yeah, the beaches there are just a lot nicer. They're white sand beach, and yeah, it was a really nice day. And that was on a Monday. Like that's our life here. Go work out, go to the beach.
Well, my last question to you for this episode is: you've got a competition coming up. Like how much are you gearing up for the CrossFit season, or are you still kind of just training and doing off-season stuff, and the gear up won't happen until you get closer to the Open?
Yeah, so I'm obviously ramping things up just a little bit for this competition, but it's nothing like it will be for the competition. And especially now that I'm feeling better, my coach has been ramping it up a little bit, just giving me stuff that, is competition esque. So, yeah, I'd say it's kind of just ramping up slowly, but it won't be anything like it will be for in season for sure.
And how, like, will you be in Bali all the way into next season, or you?
No, so we plan to go to Egypt November 2nd till like the 28th, and then we're going to come back here for New Year's or Christmas and New Year's, and then we're going to come home like end of January. So I'll do the Open and quarterfinals and everything at home, and then hopefully I'll go to Houston and train with Kelly and the Ascend athletes, maybe for like a week or so. But I've kind of decided that I'm just going to stay home for most of my training.
Get those hikes in on the beautiful mountains.
Yeah, go snowboarding. I haven't been snowboarding in a couple couple years now. So yeah, I've been missing it.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait until we get to follow what you're doing through the season and hear what you do at this competition. Um, hopefully everything goes well with that. And for that, everybody, thank you so much for being with us. It was another fitness and fun episode in Bali, and we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you, everybody, for being
Peace
here.
love.
And I got to find the button. Oh, here we go. Bye, guys.
Bye.